Aurora of Wadu.
Yeah, I agree with the lineup rating. I think CFU have got a very good draft here.
The login immediately, of course, a surprise pick on the Leomord, one of the little dark horse of all the picks that we have here in M7. The final match of Swiss Stage Day 2. We're both leaning a little bit towards CFU. Naisu, where are you leaning towards?
I still going for RORA, man. That's my boys.
All right. Let's see if Naisu's boys are going to be doing good here. And make sure the Aurora organization ends it with a 2-0 day, or will CFU be the ones going up and finally getting a win in the column. Thank you for announcing that. Let's go.
Here we go. Land of Dawn for the final game of the day. This will also mark one of the final, well, yeah, one of the final best of ones. We will see a few more best of ones tomorrow because there's still 1-1.
But now we start having some best of threes.
Yeah, it's no longer a full BO1 day.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because you always see that, you know, when we open up the stream, people are always like, BO1 question mark?
Whoa,
it's really, ooh. All right.
Playing with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he decided to go Impure Rage instead of Brave Smite here. So he knows, oh, I thought it was actually going to be a take there. Everything else, pretty normal. Nothing too crazy in the emblem department here. Yeah. I guess something that we can talk about is the fact that Boxy went for concussive.
Little fight here. Whoa, Boxy. Whoa! Even with the flicker, he still gets taken out. Hey, Yue, doing it a little bit different this time on the Lunox.
Really good stuff there early on. The Lunox isn't really fast, but it can be fast depending on how you play against it, right?
Yeah.
And see if you decided to go fast against a Lunox early game. Level 1, that's already a sustained advantage. That's why I wanted to talk about the Impure Rage choice. That means you shouldn't really be taking these trades. Usually you do that with Brave Smite, and they pay the price for it. Again, it's also usually like Brave Smite Padang. It's a concussive for clear, so sustain-wise, they're definitely going to lose out. Light didn't even use Revitalize there.
Yeah, right now they really should just be looking at, should we clear the minion wave and then we'll go out, we'll rotate, and then let's wait it out of the mid. Don't take a lot of duels towards the center of the map. So with CFU, still they got detected to level 4, Demon Kite at level 4 as well. Good control in the center, trying to recover just a little bit. See if that's the right way. Bring that down, and then now get into position.
They have that prio with the concussive blast now. It should be free.
Gonna fight for this turtle here. First one of the game. They're gonna initiate. They get the Revitalize out from Light. Edward's gonna jump in. Wadu gets the turtle. Defensive flicker too, but now Detective could be in trouble. Crashing on down. Yue gets another kill. Second for him. They trade the turtle, but they build up the lead here for Aurora Gaming Philippines.
That's why I was looking at Edward and his battle in the ESPN against Wadu. Great catch there by Edward, and to commit the play to make sure they get the kill.
Oh, he's just going to jump out. He knew he was going to get that level 4, so he could press it a little bit further. Look at all this extra gold
so much
going over to Aurora.
And this is why we highlight Aurora Gaming Philippines so much when it comes to just the template gameplay and how good they are at fundamental MLBB. When they have a lead, their conversion on objectives, their conversion on extra leads that they can get on the map is so instant. You saw a few mistakes there from CFU. One, not zoning Edward. Second, fighting Light for too long. And you saw instant punishments for RORA. Look at the gold in mid. It's a 2,000 gold lead with Turtle 1 going to CFU.
Exactly what we were talking about earlier, just how good they are. I mean, who does that as a roamer? It's like, I'm going to go all the way to the back, and then, hey, my RSG brother's right there.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
But that's why I think it even more highlights the fact of just how locked in and good TL is right now.
Yeah.
Good, yes, they're in form.
You know, and I think, again, we're going to continue to see that as we get through the M7 tournament, especially the Swiss stages right now. But even looking at this, like you guys mentioned, with this bit of a lead and all across the board, CFU Gaming is going to want to be able to pull off something. I feel like for this next turtle, and not only secure it, but then potentially even get some kills on the board to start scaling up here.
Yeah, Counter-Strike already built up there. That is quite a big gap, honestly. 385 for, again, the first few minutes, and it's through the gold that they got through the turret shield. OP goes for the AOG steal here.
Kind already up to Corrosion. Edward with the War Axe. Gold will go to Sing there. Prio for CFU here.
Picking up a Sky Piercer. Oh, look at that. Good. Kind of taking a shot. Just taking a little bit of that. Nice unbreakable from Light. Light's going to jump, not connect. OP goes in with his own AOG. Boxy's already gone. Defensives are being used. Demon Kite actually falls but it's still a trade. Wadu could be next. Yue's got the damage alongside Domenkite. They'll pick up another. The 3-for-1 trade right now as Aurora Gaming gets the kills that they want, and they'll just wait and delay this turtle.
Questionable jumps here and there, but at the end, you get a favorable result for Aurora. 2.5K, 5 kills already locked in. Edward still locked in on this Lapu Lapu. He's one of the main reasons why CFU Gaming could not fight that comfortably.
It was just all in on Detective constantly, man. And on top of that, earlier it was light popping revitalized. So Detective was just like, bro, what? I can't deal damage to you. I can't ignore you. I'm just gonna take it like a good boy.
Kamikacha being a crucial pick right now in the roam. Fighting for the turtle. They've actually got some control around the space here. They know Domekite's up top.
Look at that.
Mountain Chalker's gonna be used. There's the speed. They're gonna fight for it. Detective will get the turtle. But now he's kind of zoned out. Yue's actually gonna fall here. Good pickup for CFU. The turret does go down up top, but that is a great fight for CFU. Not only the turtle, but a couple kills. Light could be next. He's trying to do what he can to clear out the lane. What a great turnaround for CFU.
Rora, I guess you're just never gonna beat the allegations. What? What happened? We were just complimenting on how good they were at the early game. That was a big lead.
Oh, no one got to check Demonkite enough. No one got to protect him enough. Wadu instantly went for him, similar to how Edwards has been taken down Detective. That's the second death on this Yisun Shin. And just like that, they crumble. CFU Gaming have turned this all around.
And it's so bad, especially because you need to deny Granger out. The fact that CFU were behind 2,000 gold at the start of the game means it should already be very difficult for the Granger to get stacks, but he got 2.
He just got 2, I was going to say.
What? He just got the Sky Piercer right before that as well. So like, oh man, out of the worst timing.
You literally just bypassed the nerf. Like that's what the nerf was for. The early game would be weaker, and therefore he wouldn't be able to get stacks earlier. And now he has 2. And it's such an easy pick to play when you have the lead. Now Singh is comfortable. As long as he doesn't flicker forward, it should be very easy for him to just play in the back. And again, Comp, look at the peel that they have. It's so good.
CFU Gaming also got to bring the tower in the mid lane first, so that means they're definitely just going to have priority in terms of rotation. Where they go, they will be controlling it, and Aurora will just have to play to the tune of CFU and hope that Domenkite's farm hasn't been enough. He went for Corrosion and then DHS, but Wadu will see Doming.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Does go ahead and just try to rotate down. I think they just want to go ahead and have a better positioning for this. They can't have the same result. CFU in a much better fighting position than they were in the last turtle, so they'll go ahead and start this turtle up. Again, with broken walls in consideration here, Demonkite really gonna have to be careful. Doesn't decide to actually post up just yet as they fight for the space here.
Look at Wadu, man. This could be a nasty set. Domeng does not have Purify.
Oh, there it is. They're gonna go for it. Mountain Chalker gonna be used. Boxy has to defensively flicker, but Domenkite as well in trouble with Wadu. Revitalize gonna be popped as well. Opie goes to the turret. He's safe. Wadu has to get out of there. Flickers defensively as well. A stun from Edward. Pushing him back. It's a push and pull on both sides, but it looks like Aurora fought and will win this turtle. They at least get the objective.
That was beautifully done by Aurora. Oh,
they're gonna go for Single Unbreakable. The taunt will come through, and that's the answer to slow down Singh scaling.
It was right at the end of the circle, like right at the absolute tip.
Yeah, and Singh was just definitely way too greedy, man. The turtle was in the bottom side. He knew that they were members there ready. Domeng came in, guns blazing.
Yeah. Turret's gonna be going down here, so in a matter of that turtle fight and the breakout there, they get themselves that lead. Not as much as they had before, but Aurora Gaming at least swings that pendulum back in their favor here. So CFU definitely going to have to kind of readjust from there. And you saw, like, this is going to be kind of the case when we get to these fights. The next one that comes up, that Lord, it's all about the positioning for both of these lineups.
But I like how Doming approached that last one, is that he didn't even need to burn the flicker to get away from Wadu. He just used BMI ones. Yes, he was getting pressure, but it looked like he was composed. He didn't panic at all. Divine Glaive Rush here for Yue, alongside the Glowing Wand, so that's going to be a huge spike in the damage for this Lunox.
Yeah, great adaptations by Aurora Gaming Philippines here. They saw how CFU were able to tackle that last fight for turtle number 2. So they stuck together a bit more. They provide appeal for Demonkite. Again, the last 2 fights, Demon Kite was not given space at all by Wadu.
Yeah, very aggressive item here for Edward. He goes for the Queen Swings right away instead of the Oracle. So he flips the order just a little bit. Usually this comes in at third. He just really wants to last a little bit longer. The team fight gets that spell vamp. He doesn't care about magic defense.
I like it because he understands that he has to be a little bit more independent compared to the Oracle, where he relies heavily on the Revitalize from Light to help him out, right?
Yeah.
The Queen Swings, again, really good item pickup. And he notices because one time he was able to do it together with Light. The other time, Light has to peel back, right? The Lapu's job is the one who has to go in, and it's Light's job to pull back with Demon Kite, with Yue, and to provide that safety for them. So really good pickup by Edward.
These fights are just a little bit weird. Like when it comes to positioning, and again, that's something that Aurora Gaming is taking in consideration here. I'm not sure if OP is actually going to change the ultimate he decides to go ahead and take too. But still, as this Lord is up, nonetheless, it's still the same dance. You know, getting in position here, setting things up. You're going to have Demon Kite go grab his orange. Oh, no, Boxy could be in trouble. Fist break, fist crack. There's the torrent coming through, too. Yue jumps in, has the bolt. It's a double for Edward. He's going to cut them off from a detective going for his own kill. They're on a disengaging Sing, trying to get away. He has the space.
Oh, my God.
Edward won't be able to catch him. Detective and Wadu are here to help. Light tries to sacrifice himself, but it's triple for Detective. A massive pickup again for CFU Gaming.
Oh, he's still there, though.
Oh, Sing's still there. What's Edward going to do here? Did he buy enough time? He's got the bravest fighter. He jumps in. He wants to take Sing with him, and he will. As he picks up a kill, and Edward goes for the double. Him and Wadu. Is Edward, he takes the defensive route and just disengages.
Hey, leave it up to Agent Zero to pull off that play, man. Still Mr. Consistent. Wow.
The wings came in handy.
Yeah, again for Aurora Gaming, it's kind of another... What is it called? They just lost track of their win cons. Again, Demon Kite and Yue were so vulnerable in that fight. Light wanted to go in together with Edward, but at least they are here. First on Lord.
They're going for it. Less than half health on the Lord. Demon Kite giving the signal. A Steve's going to be used too. The torrent drags him in. Demon Kite will secure the Lord, but the fight's already going to break out. Detective on the run. There's the AOG from Light. Boxy falls. Wadu jumps over the wall to try to get away, and now OP up in the front of it all. Keeps Aurora at bay. It's a trade, but the Lord goes to Aurora.
There's going to be a 1-for-1, but you get the big one for Aurora, and now CFU Gaming. Still, I like how they're approaching these fights. They started that off initially perfect, but it's been these later entries of Edward that have been messing them up, and especially if it's timed well with an additional entry, maybe a even slightly later AOG coming in by Light, that forces CFU Gaming into fighting more uncomfortable positionings, especially when they've already been brought down low. It seems like at this point it's just a matter of timing, and perfect timing. There's already a win in nature for Tommy Guide and Anti-Cuirass, full build for Edward as the third item, still skipping out on Oracle.
Edward.
Oh no, that's tough to get away. Edward gets caught in the mid. Yue trying to get out with a brilliance, and the Lord is cleared easily off of that. Unfortunate. A jump from OP. Just using the AOG, but hey, it's just showing, hey, we're willing to fight. We're still in this game, Aurora.
Yeah, maybe we don't compliment the players, man. My bad. Yeah, sorry, Edward. That was on me. Yeah, I don't know. That was just very bad miscom.
Yeah. It looked like they weren't talking about him wanting to go in there. Maybe he was expecting he wouldn't go down as quick because he just built up the Anti-Cuirass.
He's going to go with the 10.
What?
Wadu's going to be in trouble. Taking a couple too many shots. Light goes in with the Unbreakable. There's the cut. Domang will be able to clean it up. Goes in with Blazing Duet. The Detective falls. It's a double for Yue. And once again, CFU on the run. They still got the turret. They're going to be able to get away. But man, it's almost like a back and forth of misplays happening on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, we just enjoy the game, bro. There's just random brawls happening. It's the same. Like, we were talking about Edward jumping in miscom. Wadu's like, hold my Sora. Walks up as well. Tries to chase Domang. Though he does have damage, I don't think it's enough to really one-shot a fighter emblem Claude with a Wind of Nature. I really didn't see the angle there. But having said that, Aurora Gaming Philippines are the ones that actually took the loss in that skirmish. Again, Sing was already derailed of the Skypiercer train, but now he's back again.
Yeah, he's got stacks and 1,000 gold lead over that Claude, even with a Wind of Nature, but he already used it. Straight up gets blasted. At the same time, Gotta appreciate Light's AOG was actually perfect to cut out the exit there of Wado leading up to the kill. Dominic, he senses something is up as there are members of CFU nearby. Sing now also has the Wind of Nature, so taking down this Granger is not gonna be easy, especially since it has stacks.
You want to initiate before this Lord? Edward jumping in for the bravest fighter as well. Dominic's got to be careful. Boxy jumps in himself in an AOG. Everything thrown in the mid lane. They're going to drag Dominic back. What happened? Detective will take out UA as well, and now Detective trying to get away with the steed as he does. CFU just gets a massive team fight.
Can I just say, that was horrible. Yeah. Absolutely horrible by Aurora Gaming Philippines. What was that bravest fighter start? What was the plan?
The angle that they want to flicker and get the Earth Shatter to lock in and get? Were they looking at the bot lane and say, hey, we can force a fight? But then when it suddenly Dominic find himself there, but nothing just fell for Aurora.
It was awkward because in that fight he didn't even have the flicker. So it's like, yeah, you can
then when he started,
you can rely on the BMI to a certain extent, but you don't have it. So what happened there? The decision to decide to go for that.
There's 49 stacks now on this Granger.
Yeah, they derailed this already. They handled the problem and they were like, you know what? Let's give it back. 50 stacks basically at this point. Wind of Nature as well. So really, it's on you to dive in onto Sing. I really don't see that happening.
Could be a difficult condition to check concealed by CFU. The tower dive, will they juggle? They have the Lord marching up top. This could be a lot of base turrets gone for Aurora.
Lord's going to charge in on the top side. Wadu jumping forward, going to initiate a fight anyway. Wadu actually going to be in trouble. They're going to get stuck under it. A good setup from Boxy once again. Sing still has space. He pops off the backside, but Demon Kai will get a double. And Boxy is gone. RORA fighting back. And they'll go for Sing. And they'll find a triple for Demon Kai. OP on the run, but he's going to get chased down. But Aurora has got what they wanted with 4 kills.
Hashtag what the heck is happening?
Dude, again, I'm sorry that it's just mistakes that I'm highlighting, but it really started with that. Wadu decided to all in light. He decided to pull back light. This could be the end for CFU.
Aurora going in with a mid-wave OP.
Wadu back in 2.
Holding on to the Lunox ultimate here. What can he do? The turret's just going to go down, and that seems like that's all they get. They still got to manage the waves. They'll take some buffs and get reset here. We're still a minute away from the Lord, though.
I'm just so confused because seriously, it started off, Aurora Gaming Philippines gave away that Lord basically in that fight with Edward jumping with the Bravest Spider and them being completely miscomming. CFU then did the same with the Lord Siege. It was Wadu tried to all in on light. They didn't get the right person, yet they still went for it, dude. These are just bad commitments.
Yeah, exactly. We've casted enough games to feel generally what players are feeling. And I feel like I'm watching 2 teams that are sort of, I want to say at their limit, but the emotions are getting to them. Expectations are getting to them. Whether it's the expectation of people around them or their own, and it's affecting their performances because we are trading whoever gets to punish errors better.
What we know for sure is whoever wins, they desperately need that win for the confidence buff because, man, wow.
It's like I said earlier, in the sports, it's all about the less errors. Edward going to defensively have to jump on out with the Bravest Fighter, but we're 10 seconds away from the Lord here, so we'll see as they rotate down to this Lord Evolve now. This is our longest game, at least here for the second shift now.
Yep.
Getting to that point.
And at least we got what we wanted.
Yeah, it's been on the whim of a whole lot of errors on both sides, man.
At least one 20-minute game, right? So with this Lord coming up, it is going to be the 3rd one of the game. Make or break for both of them. No one can suffer a massive loss here. Still going to be defendable depending on how many they lose and how many resources they use in this one. So you're seeing both of them just manage minion waves.
Yep.
Both side lanes though leaning towards in favor of CFU that needs to be managed by Aurora.
Edward jumping in. Light using the conceal. He wants to jump in if he can. Unbreakable though on Wadu. Steve's going to come out. They lock down Wadu. Wadu's gone. And they're going to trade it out. A blazing duet from Domin Kite to force him back. Boxy kicked it away. Demon Kite picks up the kill. So far the trade. Whole lot of immortalities on both sides. But with 3 down from CFU, this is the Lord opening for Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, they can't just try to go for the base. They don't have enough minion waves. Even if they decide to full send with just 2, it's a Granger Valentina. Edward's been juggling around that Oracle. And great job by him. He was the one who jumped off. They're not going to go for the Lord. They're going for the end, yes.
They're just going to go for the end. Having these immortalities here, is this the right choice? Sing firing off. Keeping them at bay. They're going to be able to clear it out. They should just go for the Lord.
Oh, man. That's going to delay it. I still think they will get it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yes, you see these calls come through and you're like, okay, you really feel the pressure already for them. This, again, will be free. It won't be contested at all. But yeah, there was an attempt. At least there was an attempt.
Yeah. 19-15, 4,000 gold lead. Now Aurora has to manage the minion waves in the side lanes.
Okay. So, it's going to be really difficult for CFU, but one thing that's good about their composition here is that they should find it a bit more comfortable playing inside their base. It's not just any Lord knocking, it's the Evolved Lord. So Aurora should be able to dive as well, easily.
Yeah. Winter Crown as well for Dominkite and Demon Kite. Kite Brothers both having them. So I think the dives for Dominkite should be easy.
Trying to clear out that bottom wave. Lord pulled over to the side. They're going to force the fight anyway under this turret. Detective trying to get away. Light forces them back. But now UA's in trouble. UA's gone. Zing picks up a kill. Firing off on Edward. They're still on the defense. Edward trying to do what he can here. A jump from Opie. Dominkite pops the winner crown. He'll be able to pick up a kill. And that should be enough. Aurora Gaming Philippines will lock on the base. And they had to work and grind for it. But they will win in this best of 1.
GG's Aurora Gaming Philippines. Though there were a lot of shaky moments from both teams, they were the ones who stayed consistent in the end. They played with the Lord. Initially, I was like, no way they actually stay away from Lord and go bot. But they went back to the Lord and they're like, all right, let's use this damage reduction.
Yeah. We're gonna need it. And good utilization by Aurora. They get the win over CFU Gaming, who, credits to them, they could be going on a run where, yeah, they're going to go down to 0-2, but I wouldn't be surprised if they could go up to 1-2 quality game.